Hi, I have in front of me here a 90cm universal satellite dish. So there's three basic parts that come in the overall kit here. So the first part is the actual skin of the dish. Now if you look at the dimensions of this, it's slightly longer than it is wide. So it's about 94 centimetres long and about 87 centimetres wide. So it gives us our 90cm dish from that. We have the actual feed arm here that we bolted on for actually holding the L and B off at a distance, and then we have the box of components here itself. So what I'm going to do at this point is I'm actually just going to take the dish down here, and what we're going to do is we'll look at the component parts that make up this, that come inside the component box here. So we just open up the component box, we'll look inside. The first thing we'll see is an instruction manual here, and it's double-sided, but this side here gives a graphic and also the instructions in English. What we have here is we have the elevation, or the actual bracket that will go onto the back of the dish, and if we look at the four holes here, they'll line up with four holes on the dish itself, and what slots on here is the actual elevation bracket here itself, and this adjusts the angle. If we come along here, we can see we have the U-bolts here, and also this clamping mechanism, and we'll use that for actually clamping the dish itself onto our bracket or pole that comes with it. And finally here, if we come along, we'll see there's a plastic insert here which will push into the arm on the actual dish itself, and that's used for using the L and B. And the L and B that it supports, because it's a universal one, it supports any L and B that has a neck of 40mm. But I think what's going to be handy at this point is to actually show you a fully assembled dish, and to give you a better idea of how this is. We have another video in the series that actually shows the actual assembly of this dish, so that will be convenient as well for the assembly stage of it. So what I'm going to do is just move these components out of the way for a moment, and we'll get to our third part, which is the fully assembled dish. So I'm just going to lift this up here now, and we can see here we have an L and B here, a universal L and B that's been clamped on here. We have the plastic holder, and we have the arm here for holding the actual L and B. If we look at the front here, we can see that we have four bolts that we have, and they're flat here, so they're smooth to put the dish over because they're countersunk the way they're mounted. And if we rotate around and look at the back of the dish, we can see here where we've used that bracket to bolt onto the back of the dish. It holds on the arm for holding the L and B. It also has the L and B, or it has the elevation bracket here, and it also has our U-bolts here. And we can see here where we'd actually use this if we wanted to slot it directly onto a bracket or a pole for mounting the dish. Now the 90cm dish is relatively popular, particularly so for people who are trying to pick foreign channels, or people, say, who are struggling to get something like Stamp, and they're in a regional area such as, we'll say, Donegal or West Cork, something like that. Normally, we'll say if you're going for Stamp, use an 80cm dish, but this provides a good alternative here. It's sort of an in-between step, and it's 110. So that's it anyway, an overview of the 90cm universal satellite dish.